So a lot of people are growing impatient with the crypto market. A lot of people are growing impatient with Bitcoin's price action. Me personally, I kind of had a hunch that we were going to find some equilibrium after the FOMC. We talked about this over on the Telegram or over in the Telegram. We talked about it time and time again leading up to the FOMC, and that has been what is playing out. We talked about watching for some liquidity grabs around 118,000. We wouldn't grab that. And then we talked about also coming down to possibly that 113.5K area to grab some liquidity. So we haven't done that yet, but we're going to talk about what I see in the immediate short term, what I see next week happening that could possibly be some catalyst. But overall, I think September has turned out how we wanted it or how we thought it would play out. And then we can position ourselves going into Q4. And hopefully that could be a much more bullish time where we can hold some bids, we can hold some of these gains and not have to be in and out as we've been playing the market over the past few months. So right now, like I said, Bitcoin is sitting at 115,487, and we came in all the way, or we came up all the way from the low of September 1st at about 107,389, and we just been forming this uptrend, a nice uptrend that we've been in. Like I said, since the bottom, we came up, came back down, came up again, bounced perfectly off of it, came down almost. Then we just recently, literally a couple hours ago, just touched this trend line again, and we're getting a small bounce on the 4 hour time frame. It's coming in at 115,487. So for Bitcoin, it's really this simple. I'll be watching this trend line. If we lose this convincingly, breakdown, retest, I'll be looking at the first area coming in at about 113.3 to 113. And then I'll be looking for that second area coming in at our all-time high, our previous all-time high in May, which is coming at about 112,000. So those are the two areas of interest that I'll be looking at for Bitcoin in the short term. Hopefully, what can play out is we just hold this and we keep bouncing up, perfectly getting back above this 116.3K level. And then, inevitably going back up to that $120,000, getting back above there, and that's when the party's back on. That's when the party's back on. That's what we want to see. So until then, nothing's really changed. Nothing has really happened in the market that causes everyone to get in a frenzy, in my opinion. The stock market has been creating all-time highs again. Gold is sitting at all-time highs. I mean, Bitcoin is right around all-time highs, but we would expect more of a push, more of a some thunder in the market, if we could call it that. Hasn't been happening. And this is called, I think this is why. This is why Bitcoin has not taken the shine yet. Bitcoin has not taken the lead yet. So this is what we want to see. We're not going to talk about Bitcoin dominance in this video, but right now it's sitting at 57.96. We need that number to go up while Bitcoin goes up. We need Bitcoin to take the shine. We need Bitcoin to take the reign again and then break past that $120,000 area. That's when the party starts. Start to get back above that 124, and then we can talk about the party being back on. Then we can roll over into some of these altcoins to get a more sustainable altcoin season. Talking about altcoins, ETH right now is sitting at 44.67, right below our $4,500 level that we've been looking at over the past few days. We broke out of this broadening, descending wedge, came up to about 46.50, and we got rejected. Lost this $4,500 level. Now we're sitting up below it. I'll be possibly looking for us to come back down if we remain bullish going over the weekend, somewhere between 43.80 and 43.50 for Ethereum. I'll potentially try to take some sort of a bounce here to we'll see if we can just start ranging here over the weekend and possibly get some sort of a breakout back above there. Next week, we really don't have too much of a catalyst coming in for the markets. We do have the unemployment claims on Thursday, and we do have the final GDP price index quarter over quarter. But other than that, we don't have too much to go off of or too much data to come off of for the overall, what am I trying to say? The overall macro economy in the United States. Last but not least, I do want to talk about Solana. Solana's sitting under that $240 level that we've been holding, or we've been trying to hold over the past few hours, sitting at $238. We got up all the way, peaked out all the way up at about $253, convincingly lost this $240 level. Now it seems we want to figure out what we want to do in this area here. I'll be a potential buyer or a potential longer around $230, but it's the weekend, it's Friday, so we'll have a little bit of low liquidity going into the weekend. So be careful if you trade on the weekend. We'll be back trading real heavier or much heavier on Sunday once the liquidity comes back into the market. And last but not least, speaking of Solana, we do have Solana's SEC October 16th deadline for the ETF approvals. We have Bitwise 21 shares. It carries a 95% approval likelihood per Bloomberg. Let's see if I can blow this up a little bit. An approval would make Solana the first non-Bitcoin ETH ETF in the United States. So I think if that gets approved, which it probably will get approved, Solana is going to start running again. And hopefully, like our thesis is talking about, we can get some sort of a movement in Bitcoin, get some sort of a push in Bitcoin, let Bitcoin dominance go up past all-time highs. Not sure how high we'll get, but then we can get some sort of a rollover into altcoins. And hopefully a lot of these ETFs, I think XRP has something coming up for ETF approvals as well. So Solana, XRP, hopefully they can push altcoin season going into the next quarter, Q4. So we'll be watching out for that as well. So this is just a quick update, what I'm looking at, what's on my radar. What are you guys thinking about? What do you guys think about the markets? Are you frustrated? Are you upset? Do you think Bitcoin is consolidating for another move up or another move down? Let me know down in the comments how you guys are feeling. And come over to the community, the Cool Kids Alpha Club. Link will be in the pinned comments. We can talk about it. I am doing specific altcoin videos, request videos over in the Telegram. So I'm going to make an AVAX one, a Cardano one, and then I think a hype one. I think somebody else wanted hype. So we'll do those over in the Telegram. So make sure you come on over to the Telegram. Link will be in the pinned comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate you for watching, taking the time out to watch a dude from Detroit who did his homework. Not financial advice, just somebody who was very in tune to the markets and wants to see you make a bunch of money while we all make a bunch of money, if that makes sense. So I'll talk to you in a minute. Peace.